As part of the University of Pennsylvania Club on Long Island, we do a lot of really cool things as club members. And one of them is we've volunteered at numerous places around Long Island, one of them being a soup kitchen. So I remember the day that we all volunteered. It was about 10 of us probably at the soup kitchen. And we're all learning about, cooking and about stacking all the food together, whether it was canned goods, beans, rice. And I remember that moment when we were all by the tomato sauce and we were all together, one another. There was all of us were talking and saying, wow, isn't this such a great thing that we're doing for Long Island? We're from Long Island. We're alumni from the University of Pennsylvania. We all come together and we were all stacking the tomato sauce together. And it was all different types. It was Hunt's. It was all these different brands of tomato sauce. And I thought to myself, wow, this is so cool. I actually want to go to the supermarket and actually purchase some of this tomato sauce. I never even heard of some of these brands. But I remember to myself, wow, we're all coming together with a stack of tomato sauce, coming together and talking about volunteering. And I said, how cool is that? So sometimes a can of tomato sauce puts people together. But it was just a really cool experience. We are going to be doing it again with Habitat Humanity, building homes. But this particular day, when we were at the Inn Soup Kitchen in Hempstead in Long Island, there was this big room with tons of food. I still remember that day saying, wow, look at all these great people that have donated food to the homeless, to this particular soup kitchen. And I thought it was just so cool seeing everything from peanut butter to jelly to bagels to clothing. There was this big area full of clothing, and it must have been thousands of different garments, from t-shirts to dresses to shorts. And I thought it was just so cool being there and bonding with my fellow Penn alumni and just being there together and just bonding over some cans of tomato sauce. It's as simple as that. So it was at the end of the session that we ended up having to stack and put canned goods in a bag so that it could be delivered to people that came through, that basically just came in through the drive-through. And we were all at the end, and we were all getting pretty tired. We were there at 8 a.m. in the morning, and it was getting close to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We were all kind of like a little huffing and puffing. We were kind of like saying to ourselves, the day is concluding. And throughout the day, we were all in separate areas. The majority of the day I was putting PP protective gear for COVID. This was about a year ago now, and I was putting together all the rubber gloves and the masks and the sanitary lotions, and so that was my job, and I was alone. I was doing that myself, and everyone else was also doing separate jobs. So we really did get a chance to talk with one another while we were volunteering. But at the end, the coordinators of the soup kitchen said, the last activity is we have to go around this big room with all this food, canned goods specifically, and we have to put them into separate bags. And at that moment, we all bonded and we talked about what we did that day. So we had one person that was making sandwiches. And I went around the room and I actually documented, what it was like making the sandwiches. So I had one person doing that. With another person, I was helping out with the clothing, that actually went through all the clothing and saw, okay, this one may be for a child, right? This one be more for an adult, and we're sorting out the clothing. And then my job was a lot of the sanitary stuff. And then some people were just making peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and they were spreading the peanut butter and the jelly. So we didn't see each other throughout the whole day. And at that moment, when we're stacking the tomato sauce, we all bonded and said, what a great day we had. I volunteered numerous times before. This was probably in the middle of, my time in the soup kitchen. And it was just very rewarding because this was actually with my fellow alumni. That was the first time that I volunteered together with the Alumni Association. And I felt a bond. I connected with a lot of my fellow volunteers, and I'm still in touch with them today, and they want to do more. We hope to do more, and maybe we'll bond over the tomato sauce at another day. But it was just a super great day, learned a lot, and just really giving back really felt so good. I mean, it really feels great right here, right in the heart and the soul and just going there. And it's just like, it's very emotional, to go there and see all these canned goods, like hundreds, if not thousands of cans of different products, and saying to myself, wow, these people that are coming in don't know when their next meal is coming from. They don't know. So they come here to the soup kitchen and they get, 3 meals a day. It's just eye-opening. And for me, just personally, I volunteered numerous times myself, at the Bowery Mission. And that's how I got started with the Counter Cares program. But in this particular day, I had my alumni committee come and we volunteered as a group. And there's something about volunteering as a group, right? It's different volunteering by yourself, but as a group, it's bonding, right? Talking with one another. So at that moment, when we were in front of the tomato cans, we were all grouped together, all of us, and we were just talking about our lives. We were doing that weekend. Or when could we volunteer next? How could we help donate on behalf of the larger alumni association that are, either members of the club but didn't attend, but how they could support this soup kitchen as well. So it's just really great, and hope to do more volunteering with the association.